Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of True Dungeon Talk with Trent. My name is Trent of TrentTokens.com. I'm a big fan of the game called True Dungeon and an avid collector of tokens, which you can see back here in these binders. In today's episode, we're going to talk to the creator of True Dungeon, Jeff Martin. And at the end of the episode, there's going to be a special drawing for people who entered the drawing. This is for people who were unable to go to GameholeCon. If you did go to GameholeCon, you're not eligible for the drawing. And if you did go to GameholeCon, and especially if you went to the Friday night event, I did a bunch of raffles and giveaways. So spreading the love of True Dungeon. But unfortunately for the people who were not there, they were not able to partake. So I wanted to spread the love with them. And it's going to be for 2 relic tokens. Yeah. So there's going to be 2 winners. And if you saw my newsletter, forum posts, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, you saw instructions on what to do. But again, the drawing is now, to enter into the drawing is now closed. So stick around to the end to see who is going to win those 2. And everyone who entered, I have responded to your email and said that you are entered. But without further ado, let's get to the man, the myth, the legend, Jeff Martin.
Oh, Jeff, yeah!
Hey, everybody.
Oh, the audience, they love you.
Yeah, I love you. Hey, Kim. Nice to see your living room.
Hello, Jeff. It's so good to see you. How you doing? How you been?
I'm doing pretty good. We're in the middle of getting some tokens shipped out, so a lot of heavy lifting, sorting, all kinds of fun stuff.
Tokens. Now, if you notice, right here is like the edge of my shelf. My shelf. So I have no more room. I don't think I can get any more tokens. Is that going to be okay?
It's time to hit IKEA. Get you another shelf.
Yeah, I think it will be time for me to get another shelf. All right, so let's say hello to the people in the chat here. Max Damage, Mac X Damage, John at True Dungeon. I think he's stalking us. Aaron and let's see, Tom, Flick, Mike, and Sukjen Trent. That's my wife. She's so cute. Hi, honey. All right, so let's get to the exciting stuff. Last weekend was 11B, so I had a great time. There were some puzzle changes, some different things, which is great for the replayability. How did 11B go? I hope it went well for you guys. It was great for me.
Yeah, the feedback was great. We had 2 great NPCs this weekend that we were able to get in, and the team of the Nagleys were able to come in and be both NPCs. So Mike did a great job in room 1, and then Jen was a projected force ghost that visited Jen.
Yeah, that was funny. She would say, "You only have I'm only here for a little bit. You have to ask questions quickly." Yeah. Speaking of 11B, I'm going to share, and you know this already, Jeff. I'm going to share something silly. So I sent a message to you, and I said, hey, that NPC in room 1 is great. I just assumed it was a local person that you found, and they were just really wonderful. So I just wanted you to hear feedback about this new person who was, you probably wanted feedback on this new person. I was basically saying, this person's great. You got to have them back. They're awesome. And then what did you tell me when I sent you that message?
I said, Dingus, that's Mike Nagley. What do you think? No, I didn't say that. I said, Mike will be really glad to hear that. But yeah, he purposely tried to hide his identity because he was afraid it would lose something if he recognized Dalen. So yeah, he put on a hat and some goggles and dirtied up his face. So he did great.
And he changed his voice?
Yes, and he took his beard and he put a lot of gray in the beard. So that was nice.
Yeah, did he put in like some false teeth or something? Something?
No.
Well, then he just contorted his mouth then. Wow, what a great job. I never, ever liked him. I never thought he did anything well, but he did well. He's always great. So, hello, David. Thank you for joining us, and Raven. And yeah, I don't know. Did anyone else? Was it just me? Anyone else in the chat notice that was Mike Nagley, and I was the only one who didn't notice? Please let me know in the chat if that was maybe just me. So 11B was awesome. And speaking of awesome, we have the final adventure of the year, VTD 9B, the first week of
out of
December.
order. What the heck?
The 2nd through the 4th. What can you tell us about Isle of Bone?
It's going to be crazy. It's got a completely different ending. So be ready. Get down your curve.
And we're tracking down Barb Beard, right?
Yes, he is. As you found out, he is taking your cleric friend Vellum and took off for the Isle of Bone to sacrifice to the elder goddess of chaos.
We must save her.
Powers. You got to save her. Got to save her.
Yeah, it's another thing from 11B. I don't know if anyone else noticed this or if it's old enough to notice this. There's a kind of a freeze frame rather at the end where she's being taken away and she's kind of looking like this. It's kind of a freeze frame. It totally looks like a 1970s Wonder Woman. Tune in next week. So It was really, really a nice touch. So Aaron thinks he was awesome. Oh, and Raven's crew noticed. I didn't notice. Oh my God, I feel so stupid. All right, so that is 9B next month. Are there any tickets available, or is it already sold out?
There are tickets available. You want to grab those? This is actually the reason we did this reorder thing was because originally, a long time ago, when we were first trying to figure out this adventure series, this was the order we were going to do it in. But for other reasons, we switched it around. And so this is the original, like, pre-director's cut type of thing, where originally it was all going to end on the Isle of Bone. So we thought it'd be fun to do that idea and have some fun.
It's a great name, Isle of Bone. Well, I'm looking forward to it. So far, each of the B series, I think, were more different than last year's B series, and I think I enjoyed them more. There were more changes, and the replayability was really great. We put a
lot more effort into them, and we just want to make sure everybody was entertained, and I think it's going to be fun.
It was definitely entertaining, to say the least. But so this is the last one, and then the next one is in January. But before the first episode or the first adventure, there's a pre-adventure, a prelude. And what can you tell us about Tomb of Terror?
The prelude comes before the adventure.
And it's only for patrons, right?
Yeah, it's a special virtual patron run that patrons will be able to go on. It tells the story of basically traveling somewhat. You have a little thing you got to do. Before you can travel, though, you got to help out Grunnell. He has a little bit of a problem. He had a unfortunate accident in the kitchen. So he mixed in a little bit too much dark rift powder. Usually it's like 1 teaspoon. For some reason, he was thinking it was 1 cup. So... And then he left, and of course, then various bakery items animated as evil creatures, and you'll have to battle them and track them down and find a way to end the spread of the unbread all over Shyport. The unbread are spreading everywhere.
Okay, so it sounds like previous patron events where it's a little silly, kind of tongue-in-cheek, and and definitely fun.
Should be. Yep. I think
okay, so. Awesome. And that went on sale yesterday? The patron tickets.
You are correct.
Right.
Yes, and tomorrow, normal tickets will be on sale tomorrow for the next adventure. But yeah, for the patron event, you could have got them yesterday.
Right, and definitely, I think everybody should know this who's a patron, but the event is on Friday, January 13th. The tickets are on sale now. They started yesterday, and you guys added some patron runs because I think they sold out. Sure. Practically sold out, and you added a few more. But for Adventurers Guild members, the tickets are on sale today for the next adventure, which is Chapter 1.
There you go. Yeah, we didn't know what to really call these. We didn't want to... It's one gigantic mega dungeon, and we just figured we'd go with the chapter stuff to make it a little easier to remember. But yeah, will be a fun one. It's as anybody that's ever played the Tomb of Horrors, there's a little bit of a prelude into getting into the Tomb of Horrors, or in this case, the Tomb of Terror. So it'll be a little bit of a fun bit trying to get in and traveling there and seeing. Yeah, it'll be fun. You finally get to see the door of many doors again. I don't know how many people dropped that. We dropped that hint like 2 years ago when you were in the cave with the Yeti cave in V3, maybe. I think V2. I don't remember. Anyway, yeah, you'll get to see that door, and this time you'll get a chance to solve a puzzle to get them open.
Wow, that door is very enticing. Yeah, I remember this little statue piece was part of that door. And that door was just screaming at me, going, touch it, open it. Wow, that's going to be awesome. Well, that's great to hear. And definitely everybody noticed that the dates for Chapter 1 are Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, the 14th through the 16th. The 16th is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So hopefully a lot of people will have off for that day to play some adventures. Anything else you want to tell us?
A lot of our local folks have that day off, their students, so it made a lot more sense for us to do it Saturday through Monday, just for the local folks. It'd be easier for them.
So what else can you tell us, if anything, about Chapter 1 coming?
Should be fun to get it started. We're going to try to do like a classic crazy dungeon crawl all year long. And I don't want to give too much away, but basically you will have a task every chapter to complete before you can move on to the next chapter. So it's kind of like that. So we have this cool, we're making a cool set, but we made a really nice set for last year's. I'm currently in the captain's quarters. We're going to make another one of these for the Tomb of Terror that you'll probably see almost every adventure and get to wander around. Should be really cool.
Wow, that sounds awesome. Yeah, this almost sounds like a D&D group. We're just going to meet once a month and play a really cool D&D adventure.
Back in the day, you'd always just try to solve the level, find the stairs down. When I first started playing in the late 70s, that was what you did. You're like, we got to find the stairs down before we can quit. So, yeah.
That's great. Yeah. So tickets for this went on sale yesterday for patrons, today for Adventurers Guild members, and tomorrow for the general public. So get those tickets.
And I guess the big thing I forgot to mention was that because it's our 20th anniversary, we're trying to figure out some way to kind of celebrate that and give people that are kind of newer to True Dungeon a chance to experience some of the old stuff. Mm-hmm. So we are going to sprinkle in some rooms from previous dungeons, especially in the old days, 15 years plus, to give folks a chance to just have some fun that, the old timers get to talk about over beer and nachos. So,
wow. That's really cool. Yeah, I played a couple of when you brought them back for different reasons or different events, and the old stuff is really cool. I found it actually to be more challenging or harder, but I'm also pretty bad at puzzles, so that might just be me.
So don't worry about it.
So Alan says that he loves the Unbread, so that's such a good name.
The Unbread is spreading all over, yeah. I wish I could say I came up with that, but Paul from Canada, he was the one that came up with that term. I was talking to him about the idea, and he came up with that term. So
wow,
I can't claim it. Wish I could. I'm not that clever. So thanks, Paul, if you're watching.
Yeah, kudos to Paul from Canada. Yeah, that's great. The Unbread. I just see it opens up a whole genre: spices, food items, cutlery coming at you, pots and pans, evil, with the lids, rah, 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 a mimic with the pots. Yeah, the whole world, a very dangerous kitchen.
Very good.
Yeah, so Gilstrife says he's going to try for 3 runs each. Kuzik says you're late. You are late. But He says Trent is fine at puzzles. He did fine on the GT run. I was probably cheating, so don't listen to me. I'm not good. Max wants to know, is beer bread or unbread?
Unbread.
So, unbread.
Like
right?
undead. Like undead, just it's a play on undead. So
The play on undead.
Yeah.
Brian says you're late. Brian, stop being late. Sorry, forgot about the time change. Well, all right. Well, we already said all the good stuff, so you missed out, Brian. All right. So next up on my list to chat about here is something huge. The 2023 tokens are here. What?
Ding. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, we ordered these way back in March. Yeah, like it's used to be we would like order them in October and we'd get them, or September, and we would get them, like January, but things have slowed down a lot at the factory because of COVIDs and other things. So, and deliveries and everything. So now we have to order much earlier, which stinks, as we run into some problems sometimes because we have to, I literally have to guess almost 2 years in advance the demand on some things. So yeah, sometimes I don't guess well, but it's exciting to have them in here. And there's a whole lot of prep work that we have to do. We just get big cases of tokens and we have to, like the biggest task is just getting all the treasure and the condensed packs ready to go. Well, we do it very painstakingly because we want to make sure everything is legit, like randomized. So we have unpacked hundreds of boxes and carefully dump them in the buckets. And then we put the buckets in this modified concrete mixer that we made and then dump them back. So they're super randomized. Then we dump them on a table, and by hand, we have to make stacks of tokens and for each condensed pack. It takes a lot. Yeah.
I don't, it must have been on Facebook. There was like a little short video of that cement mixer going. It was really cool. And I think it was John, before maybe Gen Con or something, he threw in an orange token, and it got mixed up in there. It was kind of great to watch. So
that's my favorite part of the whole treasure. We basically start the drum up in its roll, and then we start adding the ingredients like you're making bread or something. So it's like 25 pounds of this one and 17 pounds of this one. And the last one is a little like cup full of like the high value ones that you throw in. That's always
wow. That's really cool. That it's great to know that that it is random, that you're going in the treasure and everyone has a shot. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so, especially now that we put the gold band on them, even we don't know what's in them. So even if we wanted to cheat, we couldn't because we don't know what's in there any more than you guys do.
Speaking of the gold band, so I got my 11B treasure today, and I got actually a pretty good amount of tinkering components, which is great for people who are missing theirs. I think I noticed something today, and maybe you can confirm it. I thought in the past that I saw one little perforated line, and I would usually try to rip it at that line. Are there actually two perforated lines? So where you could kind of like grab almost like a little...
Yeah, they're supposed to be. We when we first did it, we were just testing it out, and we just bought a roll of the stuff that came on a long line, and we had to cut them by hand, and then so there's kind of a mix. And then when we ordered more, we ordered them like, because we didn't know how long to make them. We basically did a test, and then once that we had the right length, then we got a hold of the factory, and they made ones, and they can pre-score them. Like whenever you have like a bottle of medicine or whatever, there's always that double line. So that's supposed to make it easier to open, but I think we're going to eventually get rid of that, because if you're not careful, and with the heat gun, you can make the holes open up too much, and then you can actually see the tokens in there. So we're going to be real careful. So we'll probably end up getting rid of those eventually whenever we run out of the stock. We ordered quite a lot, but we just got to be careful when we're making them that we just don't shrink wrap that side of the...
Got it. I don't know, for me personally, if it works that well. I can never really get the strip to work, but now I understand why. I thought I saw one, and then today I noticed there were two, because you had different sizes, or different scorns, as you said. Dave says he totally forgot. What's with all the people being late? That's it. Everybody out. Let's see. Does anyone have any questions? If you have any questions for Jeff about the 11B, 9B, the Patriot Run, Tomb of Terror, Chapter 1, or 2023 tokens, which, speaking of that, when are they going to be packed? Or maybe when are the first ones going to go out the door? Maybe that's a good question.
I think on Monday, they're going to start packing them up and shipping them out. They'll probably start at the low end and work way up. It just seems to help fight any errors that way. Do the complicated.
Can I interrupt you there? Is that why I get my freaking tokens last? I see people.
No,
I got my tokens. I got them, and I always get mine last.
It's because you live in New York, so.
That's some BS, man. I'm pretty sure you pack them all, ship them all, and go, all right, let's do Trents now. I'm positive that's what you do.
Probably.
Oh, sorry for interrupting. Okay, so the first ones are going out Monday, you say?
Yeah, and then they'll go up from there. It'll probably take a couple of days at least to get most of the orders out. We do a lot of prep work as much as we can, but there's still a lot of careful work that needs to be done because we don't want to make any errors. So they take their time and try to pack everything well. Don't want any boxes coming open, that kind of thing. So
yeah. Oh my God.
Hopefully most people will have their stuff by Friday. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
If you're in New York, it'll be probably
except New York. That'll be a week or two. Yeah, it sounds like the first people are going to get theirs Friday or Saturday, which is, because it's usually 2 to 3 days. So some early birds will probably get theirs Friday. Wow, congrats to all the people who live closer. I cannot convince my wife to move to Carbondale. So
paradise.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling her. We'd save so much on shipping.
Yeah, it was 82 here on Wednesday, and now it's like 30. So that's why I'm dressed up. The warehouse is a little cold today.
You are not helping our case by saying it's cold there. I wish my AC was on. That's how hot it is here.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, so let's jump to see if we have any questions. So let's see. Where I'm trying to find the chains. Okay, so Tom says, if I cook unbread, do I get ghost toast? Do you know? Is that part of the show?
I like that. I don't know. Maybe we'll come up with some burnt toast.
Okay, burnt toast. Watch out. Kusik said he can rewind. Yes, that's good, Chris. So that's the beginning of the unbread then. Dave is here. Jeff, question regarding the Uber Avarice. This is from Raven. Could we please question, with asterisks? No, not these. The asterisks. Bing, 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 bing. Name it the ultimate bauble of enhanced treasure.
All right. I got to figure out.
She's spelling Uber, by the way.
Yeah.
Ultimate bauble of enhanced treasure.
We'll that sounds interesting. We will see. Maybe we'll have a contest and we can let you guys name it.
You realize people name like Flucky McFlucky Fluck Fluck Duck when you do things like that, right?
Right. And then, I agree.
Yeah. Oh, she changed her mind. Sorry, enhanced riches. So there's a couple choices there. All right, so Tom has a question. Jeff, what can you share about class card changes?
That's a good question. Not much right now. That's kind of like on level B right now because there's we got the tokens and then V9 and then I got to get ready for the January. It all comes down to how much time we have in the spring. So I don't know. It just depends how fast I can get the modules ready. So for the virtual. So that's definitely something I wanted to tackle, and that was kind of what we were planning. But I have some stuff happening. On the personal level that's like kind of slowed things down quite a bit. So I'm not sure we'll get to it this year. We may have to just punt again. But we have, So we'll see. I will try because if we don't, then we'll just buy like a year's worth of cards and then try to do it again the next year.
Speaking of cards, how many more player mats do you have to go through before you reprint and add the new slots and the variable slots?
I'm talking with the Alan, the guy that made them last time. We're gonna do them again this year. We're just gonna wait and see till hopefully they should be around by Gen Con for sure. But I want to do that 2024 tokens before we do those, which is going to be in the spring. So we're going to wait till that's done, and then we're going to get some made. And they'll probably end up being about 3 inches wider than they are now. And that way there'd be more room to put some of the slot expander stuff out on the side.
Cool. So maybe this year, if you get through other checklist items.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to redo the token mats. It'll be probably not till April, May before we get to that. There's just, the character cards is up in the air right now. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. It's a great question. Thank you. All right, next up, let's see. So it's great. Dave says it's great to live in Illinois because it's close to True Dungeon headquarters. Raven implores once more. Ultimate bauble of enhanced riches, please. So just to make sure. And Max Damage loves the name as well. And Kuzik says that his treasure has been out for delivery all day today. Saw the USPS mail zoom past by my house earlier. Must have been Gib Cub stealing my loot. That's not a question, but that is kind of funny. No riches for Uber, whatever. This is what I get for typing while tired. Raven is tired and typing weird. And Max says, ultimate bauble of enhanced riches. Technocode has a question. Safehold V or 5 or whatever. What is it? So what is Safehold V or 5?
That is something we're going to wait and announce a little later. We thought it would be good to have. Don't want to announce everything right at once. So, but it'll be fun. It'll be just a little. I thought with it being our 20th anniversary, it was time that we added another small component to playing True Dungeon. And that's, everybody that at least when I played AD&D back in the day, one of the big goals as a character was to basically get a safe hold or get your Druid Grove, get your Monk Monastery, get your Cleric Temple, get your Fighter Tower, get your, that kind of thing. A lot of the classes had that. So I wanted to have a chance that folks could have that kind of thing too.
You realize you just told us what it is. I don't know. I mean, unless it was just me, I didn't know what Safehold meant.
Nobody else. That's what it means. Yeah. So.
Wow, that's great.
There'll be more details later.
All right. I don't think I've ever done this before, so give me a second, Jeff. I'm going to a single of me. So Jeff is still here. If you're watching this, come back later and watch it again. But if you're watching this recording, rewind to the question about Safehold, and I'll explain why. I'm going to go back to Jeff, and trust me here. So, Jeff, I don't think you'll mind me telling you this. When we asked that question, your face lit up. And now I know why. Because what you just said, when you used to play D&D a long time ago, the Safehold thing must have been fun for you. Your face lit up. It was great to see that. That's very cool, Jeff. I think this Safehold thing is going to be a lot of fun. And thank you for, sharing something with you that you really enjoy, because I can tell it's going to be really great. So I hope everybody rewound and saw his face light up. His face did light up. That's cool. All right, let's see what else we got here. Mike says, I really like when there are secret things revealed as the year goes on. I agree. That's very cool. Guildstrife says, woo, more stuff for True Dungeon. Technocode says, awesome. Kuzik does a big emoji, whoop, face, and says, well, okay then. And Alan says that sounds really cool. I agree. It sounds really, really cool. So wow, what a treat for you to share with us. Thank you for doing that, Jeff. Is there anything else you want to share with us about the 2023 tokens? I mean, there's just so much. There's the shirt. You got to save the completion tokens are no longer rare and uncommon. They're just rare, but you got to save one for this whole year, or is it 4 years? I forget now.
1 year. Just everything from all the virtual stuff. It's just the virtual stuff.
So 1 year of the virtual to get the orb.
I don't know. Yeah, you have to save. Yeah, I don't know if it's all virtual or just virtual and event. I don't remember. I think it's just virtual.
I think it's
Um,
virtual. You can go to
yeah, not everybody can make
tokendb.com.
it
Yeah.
for the other ones. Yeah, all the virtual ones at the end you can transmort it into a orb of annihilation.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much. There's the path, there's the rings, then there's RingCon, there's a tattoo, a new slot. There's a lot coming for True, and also the 20th anniversary. What if anything? I'm sure there's going to be something. We haven't even talked about that yet. So this is going to be a great year for True Dungeon. I'm really excited.
Yeah, we thought it would be good to try to get everything announced ahead of time, so everybody kind of has a plan, the idea of what's going to happen in the next 4 years till we get to
Yeah.
RingCon. So I'm hoping that just kind of sets a nice, I don't know, it's a nice teaser. So people know what's coming. That's nice.
I
A little bit.
appreciated it very much, and I think others do as well, so they can kind of plan what they want to do and what they want to trade for. It's great. I think it's going to be a tremendous year next year, and the next 4 or 5 years are going to be pretty amazing as well. All right, so if there's any more questions, speak up because we're going to be wrapping up here soon. Tom says, safe holes are so cool. I add monsters and traps and puzzles, and then I have my own dungeon. Kuzik says he's going to raid Tom's safe hold and steal his grenades. Gilstrife says, going to try and get 2 of them orbs. Cool. I need, I just, probably just one for me. I usually like to, have one for the collection and one that I might use or share. All right, so we have a new question. Are you ready, Jeff? This is kind of an important question. All right. Someone named Lori Martin. Will you be home for dinner?
I hope so. Yes, I will. Thank you.
Lori, see, your wife is here too. We have cute wives. That's so nice.
Speaking of that, quick thing before I forget. So when we were at Gen Con last year, we found this charger. It's a battery charger thing. I think it goes to a camera.
This sounds.
I got it up on the wall right back here. You can see it. So if anybody knows who that goes to, that belongs to, let me know. Somebody, maybe Gabe would know, or I don't know. Somebody.
So ask Gabe.
Look at the camera. Yeah, maybe they'd know. And if you know who it is, just send an email to Lori. That would be helpful, so we can get rid of this.
For you, by the way. No dinner. You ruined it. It was a special moment there. So yes, if anyone knows whose battery charger, it looks like a camera battery charger. This new person to the chat says they're going to burn that Monday. All right, so before we both get in trouble, I understand, and by the way, again, everybody stay until the end to see the drawing. Oh, and I'm a terrible YouTuber. Do that liking and subscribing and sharing all the buttons and stuff. It's good for the program to get the word out. So yes, please do that. But I understand, Jeff, you have something that some might call.
Breaking news, yeah. Breaking news, huh? Yeah, see? Breaking news. Haha, breaking news.
So, Jeff, what is this, little secret you want to share with us? Or announcement, rather.
Yeah, it's not a huge one, but I thought it'd be nice to let you guys know, since technically the treasure for 2023 starts with V9B. So there's going to be a little surprise in there for you guys. When you get the treasure, you'll be like, what the heck is this thing? And it should be fun. That'll be cool. And then also, you may, when you open up your little golden pack of wonder, you might find a legendary or even a relic maybe from years past. Since it's our 20th anniversary, I thought it would be really cool to sprinkle in some older legendaries that you can't really, they're hard to find relics to make them. So you could run into an old relic or an old legendary in the treasure as well this year.
What?
There you go. Yeah.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah, that'd be.
Wow. Old legendaries or old relics to make old legendaries.
Yeah. So there you go. You might find some of those, and then you'll find something else, probably more than likely, in your treasure as well. That it'll be interesting.
So this is starting with 9B and then continuing, I guess, until you run out for 2023.
Yeah. We should have plenty of treasure this year, I hope. Well, I mean, I ordered a lot more, so hopefully we're good this time. So we'll fingers crossed. I shouldn't have said that.
Wow.
John's
really
right
cool.
now going. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Spreading the love. That's great. The 20th anniversary is going to sprinkle in some old adventures and also some older tokens. That's super cool. Wow. Well, thank you very much, Jeff. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. I want to let you go so you can go have dinner. And I do appreciate everything. If you want to say any final words to our audience, feel free.
Yeah, don't forget about this. Make sure you email Lori if you have any ideas who that belongs to. That would be great.
Yeah, so email Lori about that battery charger.
No, I'm just kidding. I did want to say, in all seriousness, that thanks everybody for the pre-orders, the token pre-orders. I know this year is a little different than a year ago. With the stock market and things are a little tighter this year, I think, for a lot of folks. And so I appreciate that you guys are still supporting us really well, and we definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, that's very cool. Well, I think all of us want to keep the lights on at least, because this is a game we all love and support. So thank you for doing it, and with all of your staff and all the volunteers. It's a wonderful thing. Everyone has a choice where they can spend their discretionary funds, and I think a lot of us like to do this because it brings us great joy. So thank you for creating such a great community.
We do.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much, Jeff. So that was Jeff. Until next time. Bye, Jeff.
You guys, thanks for having me.
Right.
Bye, Kim. Bye, Kim.
Bye. See ya. All right. So that was Jeff Martin, the creator of True Dungeon. What crazy surprises. There's going to be relics and legendaries sprinkled throughout the treasure, starting with 9B. And if you get some old random relic that is out of print, it may be hard to find, you can then either keep it at the relic level or make a legendary that you probably couldn't have made before, or find some very cool old legendaries. So how sweet is that? But let's get to the raffle. Again, this is the raffle for the Greater Charm bracelets, which will be the first one that we give away. And then, because we're doing it by alphabet here, alphabetical, Greater Ring of Havoc, which is the next one. And again, this is for everyone who entered the drawing. If you didn't go to Gamehole Con, I wanted to do something special for you. So let me pull up my screen here. Here we go. These are everyone who entered. So hopefully everybody who did enter sees your name here, because that's everybody. But I'm just going to dive right in, shall we? Let's go. So here goes the first one for the Greater Charm bracelets. And the winner is Steve Austin. Congratulations to Steve Austin. You win the Greater Charm bracelet. So we're going to remove you out of there. And now this one is for the Greater Ring of Havoc. So let's see who wins the Greater Ring of Havoc. It's so exciting. Oh, so close. It is Brad Gabriel. Brad Gabriel is the winner of the Greater Ring of Havoc. So congratulations to Steve Austin and Brad Gabriel. I will contact you to ship both of these tokens to you. congratulations, and thank you everybody who entered. Everyone's saying congratulations. That's great. A stone cold win. That's right, Alan. Well said. Thank you all very much for joining live and asking questions. Chris, Raven, Mike, Max, Aaron, Alan, Gilstrife. I'm going up the list, et cetera, et cetera. So Kuzik, everyone, thank you all so very much. It's a great treat doing this for everybody. I think especially for a lot of the old timers, True Dungeon is all about sharing and caring. So this is a wonderful thing to do. Again, please do the liking and subscribing. And speaking of sharing, it's good for the show and get the word out there. But that is the show for today. Thank you very much. I hope to see you guys in a virtual event and some physical events next year as well. Until next time, everyone, remember, it's really hard to frown when you're smiling, so smile.